So why do you want to change your life? Have you struggled to rewrite your story? Do you know you're on the wrong track, but can't steer away from it? Most of us have arrived at this same point in our lives. If you look around, there is always someone in the world who grew up in a similar place, time, and situation as you, who managed to change their life for the better. But just because it's possible to change your life doesn't mean it's easy. But you can start with small habits that can help you change. Today we're gonna talk about 7 habits that can change your life. Number 1. Decide to change your life. I want to change my life. The first thoughts that come to mind are big life shifts involving your health, habits, or relationships. These changes largely feel impossible, especially after repeated failures, but even small adjustments are really tough. Depending on why you want to change your life, your dreams may lead you to move to a city or country where you don't know anyone. You may need to let go of friendships you've had for years to create space for new ones. Or perhaps you'll need to swap a steady career for the roller coaster ride of entrepreneurship. In other words, changing your life means making some tough decisions. So, how badly do you want to change your life? And what are you willing to do, and to give up, to make it happen? Once you decide to change your life, come hell or high water, suddenly, almost anything is possible. Number 2. Live your life without regret. First, you will need to understand how important it is for you to get your life on purpose. If you keep putting off all your meaningful plans, if you continue doing things just for the sake of doing them, chances are you will look back on your life with regrets. Stop chasing the wrong things and get your life in order. Get your life on purpose. Don't wait until it's too late to do the things in life you've always wanted. As cheesy as "you only live once" is, it's such an important mantra to remember. Don't waste your one and only precious life on someday. Know that the more time you spend complaining, the more time it will take you to find a solution and get out of the mud. The brain is hardwired to look for trouble in order to protect you from danger, but keep in mind that we are not cavemen anymore. Number 3. Reading books. Just think, we are sitting in the comfort of our own home, with a cup of coffee in our hands, and it's raining outside. And then we start reading a book. A book allows you to travel to do many places, so many beautiful imaginary places that when you return from there, it's like your own real world is so boring. Since reading about others enhances our empathy and humility, it also provides an individual with self-knowledge. When we read about someone else's story, we try to relate to them. We try to understand what are our own thoughts about a certain dialogue, or a certain scene. When we read the words in front of us, we automatically start imagining a world, and their aesthetics. By repeating this process, and continuing to imagine, we build up our own strengths of creativity and imagination that helps us in various fields of our daily life. Number 4. Do something that scares you. There's nothing that quite makes you feel as good about yourself as overcoming a fear by completing a challenge. Doing something that scares us, or that we thought we were incapable of doing, builds self-confidence. It demonstrates to ourselves that we actually are capable of courageous acts, and that our fears are unfounded. Often the main force holding us back is our own inhibitions. Strive for going beyond your boundaries, and watch as your self-confidence builds, and those inhibitions slowly melt away. How many times have you been afraid of something, only to get started and realize, whoa, it's actually not so bad? The more frequently you do something, the easier and easier it gets. I've been on 3 solo trips, and counting, and they've gotten easier, and easier each time. Now I'm addicted. Number 5. Get a new image. You see, these things may not define who you really are, but the people around you will always judge you based on them. We aren't all born with beautiful looks, but you can always try to look better than you are now. You may have heard a common line that you should never judge people based on their physical appearance. But then, let's face it, people are judgmental, and they will judge you based on the way you talk, walk, and your overall physical appearance. Your image might be the one thing you feel is holding you back, and making you lack confidence. If you've had the same old tired look for ages, then it may be time to change your appearance in some way. Spend some money on yourself, and get a new hairstyle. Buy a new wardrobe of clothes, and just do things to make you feel as though you are special. It's amazing how you can feel more comfortable and confident in certain clothes when you make the effort, so make an effort more often. Number 6. Exercise daily. Exercise not only helps you live longer, it helps you live better. In addition to making your heart and muscles stronger and fending off a host of diseases, improve brain function, and protect memory and thinking skills. To begin with, it increases your heart rate, which promotes the flow of blood and oxygen to your brain. It can also stimulate the production of hormones that enhance the growth of brain cells. Sometimes exercise can feel like a bit of a chore, something you have to do for health reasons. But occasionally exercise can transform your life, whether it helps pull you out of an emotional pit, overcome stress, learn something about yourself, or help you appreciate your body. There are a lot of great reasons to exercise. And there are a multitude of things you can do that count as physical activity, including walking, dance, hiking, rock climbing, and more. Number 7. Don't care about what people think. The real problem is human nature. We are hardwired to care about what others think of us. As the Roman Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius observed almost 2,000 years ago, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own, whether they are friends, strangers, or enemies. The problem with caring, or worrying too much about what other people think of you is that it paralyzes you from doing the things you want to do, or the things you know you are supposed to do. You do things for the sake of looking good in other people's eyes instead of what you wanted in the first place. Another worse scenario is that it prevents you from taking any action because you are terrified so much of what others will think, or perceive you. It causes anxious thoughts, but it is possible to detach from them, and treat them as just one possible source of information about what is going to happen next. Taking an experimental approach with your thoughts can be helpful. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button, so you can receive more content like this every day.